Next week, you're going to have a project where you're going to have to identify a whole bunch of different angles based on the relationships between the lines. So here's kind of a watered down version of that project. So in this picture, lines A, B, and C are intended to be parallel. And then your transversals are D, E, and F. And then notice off on the right hand side, there's 3 angles that we already know. So that's angle 2, angle 20, and angle 26. So I'm going to go ahead and fill those ones in. Okay, now for starting to find some of the other angles. I'm not going to fill this out completely because you will do that, but I'm going to help kind of get you started. So first thing I'm going to do is look over at angles 1, 2, 3, and 4. So if angle 2 is 110, angle 3 is 110 because those are vertical angles. Angle 1 and 4 are both 70 degrees because we have linear pairs, right? Two angles that are making a straight line. Then as I jump down here to 5, 6, 7, and 8, 6 is 110 degrees because it's a corresponding angle with angle 2. And then from there, these other 3 angles would be filled out, 5, 7, and 8, the exact same way as that top group of 4. Now things get a little bit tricky once we get down to angles 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. So one thing I do know is like angle 9, for instance, I know is 70 degrees because it's corresponding with angle 1 from above. Angle 14 is 70 degrees because it's vertical. But 10, 11, 12, and 13, I know that together they would be 110, like 12 and 13 would be 110, but I'm not sure how they would be split apart. So I'm going to take a pause here and kind of jump over to some of the other angles. If I look at angle 20, which was 65, I know that angle 3 would be 65, and I know that 19 and 24 would be 115 degrees. And so from there, I can see, is there anything else that I could start building? Now, one of the important things that we haven't had to like explicitly state that I do want to cover is you'll see in this picture that there's lots of different triangles. And you're going to need those triangles at different points to try and find out what's missing. So I just highlighted one here in yellow. I intentionally didn't write down what 8 was, but I will need to put it in here so that we can talk about finding the other angle. So here you'll see I have a triangle here in yellow where I'm missing one angle. In a triangle, there are 180 degrees. So if I take 70 plus 65, I'm going to get 135. If I take 180 minus 135, I get 45 degrees. So this little angle right here is 45, which means 13 is 45. And then I have enough that I could find 11 and 12. So kind of the same thing, we have a line, so I can take 70 plus 45, and that's 115, and I can take 180 minus 115, and we get 65. So 12 is 65 and 11 is 65. This should be enough to help you to be able to determine what all of these other angles are. Just remember, if something seems like it's missing, see if you have a triangle. I recommend filling it out on the picture and then jumping over and filling in the blanks over here. So good luck.